Hey guys, just want to talk a little bit about the world numerology for 2026. We are going into a whole new 9 year cycle, starting with the 1 in 2026. So, new. And I don't know that any of us are very sad to see 2025 come to a close. But what does the numerology tell us about the 1 year? What can we expect to see on the world stage, given that the 1 is for the world? It's not a personal 1 year unless you're actually in a personal 1 year. This is for what we see globally. So it's going to provide, being the 1 energy, it's going to provide some new and innovative solutions. We're going to see some new inventions, new initiatives, and new ideas about the way we all make our way through the world. Thankfully, a little more lightness than 2025, which I know felt quite heavy for many people. And that was the global 9 energy that we were all living through, a big energy. The potential with that energy, it's got incredible potential to bring about great change, great things, but it can also feel quite heavy at the best of times. That energy, the big energy, can go, either way. So we always get two sides of the same coin with each number. But for the 9, the energy is volatile, unpredictable, and often conflict driven, which we did see play out in 2025. Along with that volatility, there is the other side of the coin, which is the connectedness, the inspiration and humanitarianism that is called in and brought forth whenever humans are pitted against each other, whether that pitting is physical, verbal, or even virtual. Thankfully, we're moving further away from that volatile energy and closer to a more stable and settled world, but it is a process. So the unfolding of that will take time. It's a process. We will still see the old mixed in with the new, but we will start to see more of the new and brighter energy as we move through 2026. The seeds have been slowly sprouting and are gaining momentum. They're speeding up. The growth is speeding up. So, which human evolution is speeding up. I think we've kind of seen a lot of that come about, especially this past couple of years. But once we hit April in 2026, we'll be seeing more of the changes associated with those sprouting seeds. We'll start to see more of the growth coming through. For now, everything still feels quite fuzzy. There's still that uncertainty and unpredictability for the first 3 months of 2026. So from January through March, that wobbly sense of being in no man's land will still be evident, but the energy will begin to change once we hit April and then into April. April is a month of change and shifting sands, so that's when we'll really start to see things happen. The new doesn't snap into place suddenly, because the old always needs to be processed and swept away while heralding in the new, whichever energy we're kind of talking about. The new in 2026 announces itself with glimpses, or in any year actually, announces itself with glimpses of renewal and lightness, interspersed with the elements of the old. July an 8 month and August is a 9 month, so they are both key energy points of the year, since those two numbers are numbers that move us fully into the new 9-year cycle. It's then we'll really start to feel the quickening energy. We'll see change in action and a certain sense of freedom or release from the past 9-year cycle will really be felt by that stage. The economy will be front and center in July, while August marks the end of all that was in the old world of top-down power and control. Big business is a large part of that, obviously. As a collective, I think it's safe to say we've all been tested on many levels during this current 9-year cycle. Our personal values, our compassion for others, our place in the world, and our part in creating the new world we've all been we have all been in are up for question, both privately and publicly. We've all kind of been managing that sense of, you know, coming out of the old and into the new, but what does that look like? It's very, because it's new. It's new for all of us, actually. From 2026, we'll be seeing a lot more of people speaking up and honouring what we stand for, really, as humans, honouring their own truth. A lot more heart-centered living and much more connectedness. People power rules in the new world. We're moving into a world that is new, exciting and different for all of us currently living on the planet. It is very new. Aside from the 9-year cycle, the new cycle that we're going into, it's also astrologically very new because of some of the planetary lineups. So yeah, we're all navigating that newness really from 2026. The world is still going to be quite tricky to navigate in some ways, because a shift this big does take time to integrate and replace what came before. Unfortunately, that means the potential for conflict and violence is still with us for a while yet, as we deal with the tail end of the 9 energy and continue to move out of the old astrological age while shifting into the new Aquarian age. We all have free will, and there's a quote that I really like that just speaks to the responsibility that we all have, or that free will that we all have. The most basic choice we have in life is whether to expand or contract, whether to bring our creative and expressive energies out into the world in positive or negative ways. No matter what our circumstances, we all have the power to choose our directions. The last time, on another note, the last time the world was in a 1 year was in 2017, and there was a lot going on. So you can have a look on Wikipedia if you want to check out what was going on in Australia and indeed in the world in 2017. Depending on your personal numerology year, your vibration that you're living through in 2026 could be a very different vibration to the world vibration. So you'll be dealing with the two. Since we all live in this world, we're all going to feel that vibration, but we also have our own personal energy vibration, number vibration, so each year. So it's a matter of managing. If your personal numerology year is not a 1, the same as the world, it's a matter of managing the micro and the macro, and you can find more about that if you want to ask me questions in the comments, or you want to go to my website. I can help you kind of understand that. So just let me know if you have any questions or comments to make about that. So 2026, I think we're all ready for that. Bring it on.